They want us to see a bromance, but Macron's the alpha. Body language expert JUDI James reveals subtle tics that suggest Rishi Sunak is submissive at Anglo-French summit. Mr. Sunak committed to sending Paris £478 million, €540 million, to fund a new detention centre on the continent and hundreds of extra French law enforcement officers. But the two sides have not discussed a returns agreement to send failed asylum seekers back across the Channel, with the French president saying it was an issue for Brussels and London to hammer out. Rishi Sunak and Emmanuel Macron both displayed a new cross-channel harmony following a fractious period after Brexit. The British PM hailed an entente renewed as they spoke together at the Élysée Palace, while Mr. Macron referred to him as Dear Rishi, after having a strained relationship with predecessors Boris Johnson and Liz Truss. JUDI James reveals, this is a clear and deliberate attempt to portray signals of intense friendship bordering on a bromance here, but Macron is the leader who pulled a non-verbal win out of the hat when he first met with the Alpha Trump and got the best of his power shake techniques. This is a clear and deliberate attempt to portray signals of intense friendship bordering on a bromance here, but Macron is the leader who pulled a non-verbal win out of the hat when he first met with the Alpha Trump and got the best of his power shake techniques. Despite the mirrored bonhomie here then, the subliminal messages place Macron in charge in terms of status and control as he greets Sunak. Their rapport is illustrated with at least 3 rituals of support and agreement. Their greeting involves a power hug with mutual backslapping, in a display of matching machismo. They also pose using head proximity combined with eye contact or eye scrutiny. Head closeness and eye contact signal trust and warmth. Their smiles as they meet each other's gaze consists of not just mouth smiling but some skin-crinkling eye smiles too. This looks like overkill signaling as it normally signals genuine affection. In terms of leadership posing and signaling, it is reminiscent of the body language behaviors of Tony Blair when he met with Bush in the US and was overkeen to show the world a very close friendship and rapport. Sunak and Macron's handshake is deliberately crafted to suggest strong bonding and mutual strength. Their tightly clasped hands are held between their torsos at chest level, again in a signal of unity and machismo. The clasp itself looks like a power shake, i.e. so tight their knuckles can be seen to whiten. Even the decision about the umbrellas is made to keep the idea of unity afloat. The two leaders had a brolly each and initially someone holding them. They went to take an umbrella apiece, but then Macron decided to hold his own and share it with Rishi. Despite all the mutual closeness, though, there is always some subliminal gestures and movements to show Macron is in control, and this is despite Sunak's apparent attempts to suggest otherwise. When they emerge walking side by side, it is Rishi very carefully doing the talking. This is a political power trick where the one doing the talking and hand gesticulations will always look dominant to the one listening, which in turn creates a good power pose for the cameras and the rest of the world. As Sunak talks though, Macron walks slightly ahead, making it look as though Sunak is the lower in status and trying to catch up in pitch to Macron rather than dominate his time. When Macron does take over the talking as they walk together, the hand he raises for emphasis is curled into a fist. This is another power gesture that suggests he is taking a tough stance. In their iconic handshake on stage, as they stand at their lecterns, it is Macron throwing a hand out to Rishi with a very confident smile that includes raised brows. Rishi's torso is lowered slightly and he seemed to raise both hands so clasp Macron's one hand. With his very crinkled eye smile, it makes Rishi look the more submissive. Macron also uses the classic power pat on Rishi, holding or patting his upper arm close to the shoulder to look like the more paternal and powerful one in the relationship.